Welcome to the Fox Den, where the stories begin. Jordan Fox leads the way with news every day. RDS News brings the sound, all the facts you found. Tune in, take a listen, hear the truth spin round. The Fox Den, news with a bite.
We are back. I can't believe we are on the 4th episode of the Fox Den podcast. We have another Survivor star with us today. She was the first juror, but made her time memorable as the Queen of Sass. She also made an appearance on my season of Big Brother as a guest host as well. Isabelle Graham, affectionately known as Izzy. Welcome to the podcast, girl, our first female guest.
Hi, Jordan. I'm so happy to be here. Kat and I had so much fun watching you on Big Brother, and it was just such a good season overall.
Thank you so much. Watching the two of you was a highlight for me. I'm glad you mentioned Kat. It seemed like there was a lot of rumors that you two broke up during the summer. What's the story here?
Oh, that was just a whole bunch of nothing. We were spotted alone a few times, which was never on purpose, just circumstance. And for some reason, people just ran with it. At that point, we decided to have some fun and not really address the rumors. Although, I think I may have enjoyed the unnecessary drama a little bit more than Kat did.
That's paparazzi for you. So, Survivor is a pretty physical show to be on just with the environment itself. Then all the strategy on top of it. What was your overall strategy going into Survivor, and what would you have done differently?
Well, of course, I planned to go in and be a big flirt and just kind of charm people, and I guess I did do that. I just never realized it would be so focused on one person. And yet, I wouldn't do that differently. I wouldn't change anything about that part. I do wish I hadn't lashed out the way I did at Madison, and just at that tribal in general. But I'm not really sure that I would have changed my strategy.
Interesting. It seemed like your showmance cost you some friends, namely Robert Bricks. It was something I was self-conscious of in Big Brother. How do you think you would have done in that house?
Well, if I had gone in that house before I met Kat, I would not have been self-conscious, let's just say that. If I were to go on now, though, I really don't know. It would be tough, unless Kat were in the house with me, of course.
How do you think she would have done? I think seeing her in the competitions would have been a lot of fun.
She would have been amazing. Probably would do better if I weren't in there with her. But I think you're right. She could have dominated in the challenges. She is perfect after all.
So I had Sammy Styles on here last week, and he mentioned how he did better his first season because of his showmance with Lily. But he did worse in his second season for the same reason, having Lily at home. In general, do you think showmances are effective strategies, and how do you get to be a successful one?
I think that a showmance can be an effective strategy, but only for one of the people, and only if the relationship isn't real. I know that Lily and Sammy both had success, but I don't think it was because of their showmance. I think just overall it hurts you more than it helps you.
I think that's right. Daisy and Tyrone made it work as a successful team-up. None of mine were good strategically. JD was never a real option for me, but I knew flirting with him would help me keep him on my side. Sounds a little rough. Then, Frank. Think it helped. But in the end, he chose Tyrone and the fellowship over me. Then poor Jasmine got targeted for being my main ally. And our little showmance,
Exactly. If you pair up with someone, then eventually one or both of you is going to get targeted. If it's a real relationship, then you aren't going to want to use it strategically when that happens. So the only way to make it work is if it's not real. And don't apologize for doing it. Some of those boys had it coming. Especially JD.
That is a crazy topic that for legal reasons we won't go into. But in general, the Big Brother house was different than Survivor. In your show, you had Terrence be very anti-Indigo and they searched for magic. In my show, we had Tyrone and Dutch and others literally worship her. What were you thinking when you saw that?
That was ridiculous. I mean, it's just Indigo. Sure, she's amazing and absolutely gorgeous, but some of the stuff they were doing was just... Let's just say I would not have handled that well on my season. And I think you see that a little bit with how Kat and I acted around Terrence.
Definitely. Would have loved to see how you would have reacted, hehehe. Any opinion on the Code Red hat and all that Montana drama?
It's just all ridiculous and a load of shit. I would have left the fellowship alone. Just like you did if I had been on the season.
Yeah, it seemed like it ended up biting me, though. So who was your favorite player in Big Brother? What game stood out the most?
Well, I loved watching you, of course, and I really resonated with Daisy and how she wanted to play the game. But I also really liked watching your mom play. She grew into the game so much throughout the season.
Ah, yes. I think she's definitely the surprise player. Was very challenging working with her, but I'm so thankful we were forced into that house together. It was really life-changing. She's been coming over and visiting me and Ryan a lot. It's nice having my family back together.
That's amazing. It was so fun for Kat and I to watch the two of you grow past your initial strained relations. And I know for Kat especially, it was very encouraging for her personally.
That means so much to me. I really wanted to go on the show and make people proud and, sounds silly, but inspired too. I always thought it would be from me winning as a woman and as a mom. But the fact I can help show that you can fix these broken relations, mind them together, if you will, that means the world to me.
Exactly. And you definitely did a great job of that. I'm going to ask you a pretty loaded question now. Who was your favorite player on my season?
Ooh, boy. This is a tough one. I cannot lie. I did enjoy watching you and Kat, but I am a pretty huge Robert Bricks fan. I just loved the way he took over the island, then did it again while being the only Tolo member on Aussie. The way he took out certain people was entertaining there too. Then at the merge, he kept these relationships going. Now I know he had a role in taking you out, but his mindset behind it made sense to me. Don't be allied to a showmance. I tried to play a similar game to him, and I think I made similar mistakes too. But live and learn, I guess. Do you ever talk to Robert?
Oh, did you enjoy seeing me meet my demise? I am absolutely offended. I can't believe you would say such a thing. Ha ha ha, honestly though, I can't blame you. I probably would have enjoyed watching my own demise. If it wasn't me, of course, and as for Robert, he's just an interesting person, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, we have talked a few times since, but we don't really hang out.
I understand Kat a lot more now. I always thought those kind of moments were cute between you two. She always seemed to fall for it.
Fall for it how?
It seemed you would pretend to be angry with her or something, and she would start falling for it. For you to then start laughing and playing a prank on her. At least that's how I read it.
Oh, you think I wasn't actually angry just then? No. I just get over it very quickly.
Oh, I didn't mean...
You are like Kat. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
You are really good at that. Let's move on to our final question. Presented by Mountain Dew Zero. Instagram user Sass King asks, will we ever see Izzy and/or Kat return to a RDS game? I hope so. Izzy?
Well, I won't speak for Kat, but I know that if I got a call from Indigo, I'd be right back on your TV screen flirting away, just while staying loyal to my girl this time.
Well, there you go. We'll see what happens then. I think the Big Brother house might have exploded if a single Sammy and Izzy were there.
Maybe so.
Thanks so much for coming by. It's been an honor.
Of course, it was so much fun. And you are welcome with Kat and I anytime.
Thank you again. And thank you, viewers. This has been another episode of The Fox Den. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, good night, house guests.
News with the bites.